It's an honor. Dan Plasma, back with the natural, Randy Couture. How's it going, sir?
Good, how are you?
Doing awesome. Tell us what's going on with you.
Just ramping up all the media for Expendables 3, coming out August 15th. Just coming out of Comic-Con from that, and we've got Gym Rescue coming on online on Spike on the 10th of August.
That looks amazing. That looks so real. Talk to us about your new show.
Show's going to be good, I think. It's in line with the Bar Rescue property, which is Spike's #1 property. And, you know, the gym industry in this country is a huge industry with a lot of people that do it well, a lot of people that don't do it so well. And we'll go in and try and help some of these folks that are failing. So,
you know, I saw some of the reels and it looked amazing. You had really people breaking down, arguing. You had Frank in there grabbing a guy's neck. And what was it like? Did it feel good?
It was painful, frankly. I'm not a terribly confrontational person, but sometimes getting people to see the error in what they're doing and try to get them turned around is just very, very difficult. And I had to keep my eye on the ball and realize that we were really trying to help these people out. We're going to give them a complete makeover in their facilities, as well as new systems and new curriculums to hopefully get them back online. So that could be a painful process to get that done. And,
absolutely.
I think overall it was good.
Right on. Now back to fighting. What's going on with Team Couture and with your son?
Extreme Couture is doing very, very well. We've got a great coach in Robert Follis helping run the professional team. Dennis Davis does a great job with our amateur team. Got a ton of great guys, my son included, that are all training out of there. You know, Martin Campman, Evan Dunham, Vinny Magdalenis, Brad Tavares, a ton of great guys. Ray Seppo's in there a bunch from World Series of Fighting. Ton of guys fighting for all the promotions on the playing field right now. So the gym's doing well.
Nice. I know there's a lot of guys on the board, a lot of shareholders, but there's a new CEO for Bellator, and that's Scott Coker, a guy who's got a history of taking promotions and sending them through the roof. What do you think he's going to do for the promotion?
I think Scott brings some credibility, obviously, to Bellator. Bring a lot of credibility to Bellator, and I think you're going to see the relationship between the organization and the fighters really increase. Scott's always been that handshake kind of guy that always does what he says he's going to do. I think their contracts are going to be more fighter friendly, and I think overall the production value of the show is going to get better. So
how is he going to do that? You know, I was sitting down and talking to Bjorn Rebney, the last CEO, and he was talking about really bringing the brand up through bringing the fighters up, not just by flashing the name around and by using the same old model that the competition has used. How do you think Scott's going to do that and make the promotion more popular?
Well, I mean, I haven't sat down and talked to Scott about that, but I know Scott, and I think the contracts traditionally have been pretty one-sided ordeals, and they're not very fighter-friendly. I think Scott knows the fighters well. He develops a strong relationship with the fighters, and so I think that's going to be the first place you see change made, and is in all the paperwork, and loosening that up a little bit so the fighters have the opportunity to promote themselves, to build a brand, in line with the organization, and I think it should be a, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of relationship, and that's just not been the way the business has been done.
What about being proactive and actually looking for guys before their career starts, looking for them after the career in terms of a pension, you know, really being proactive and looking at MMA holistically, not just trying to grab guys from various fight sports as if it was a new sport?
Well, I think looking at them before they've made it big starts at the amateur level with shows like Tough Enough and some of those that are giving guys an opportunity to compete and develop their tools. Once you're at the Bellator level, you should have those in hand already. Now it's a function of applying your wares and your skills, and, you know, building that brand, creating a good show, being an amazing fighter that the fans want to see. Certainly with regard to healthcare and 401ks and those sorts of things, that's something that our sport needs badly. The fighters are fighters for a reason. They have a tendency to think they're invincible. They have a little bit of a short-sighted mindset, and they don't realize that they have a short window of opportunity to make the kind of money that they're making. They don't always take care of it the way they should. So educating them could be part of something that Bellator could do, but ultimately it's going to take the fighters themselves coming together to create some sort of a guild or something to ensure that fighters are taken care of after they retire.
You know, Randy, one reason why you stayed in the game so long is you were achieving technical perfection in your ground fighting, even in your late 30s, and you were getting really, really good. How do you see the skill level of these Bellator guys, really?
I think they're very, very good. I think that the tournament format was an interesting format, and obviously we're seeing that go away. That's one of the changes that's being implemented. But overall, I think the skill level is great. You got guys like Mike Chandler, who's an amazing fighter. Trained with him for a couple of years, and he's one of the best I've seen. Pat Curran, amazing competitor. There are a whole slew of Russian kids coming in now that are making their names and building their brands in Bellator. So there are a ton of very, very good fighters in this organization.
You know, when we were speaking years ago, you were fighting for a heavyweight world championship. Now you're on major networks doing television shows. Where's your heart at? How does it feel to take that work ethic from fighting and put it into show business?
I'm having a blast. I love and I'm very intrigued with playing characters, with getting to play movie parts, not only being in front of the camera, but looking at and learning more about being behind the camera. I'd like to try my hand at directing. I've been getting the chance to do some producing and some other things. We're involved at the executive producing level for Gym Rescues and have some input there. So looking at the big picture. And again, I think you're absolutely right. Applying that fighter's set of eyes, that fighter's work ethic and mindset to everything I do. And it started with wrestling for me and carried me through fighting, and now I think it's going to carry me into the entertainment industry.
Well, it's an honor, man. Best of luck and much success in the future.
Thanks.